Hi guys! I recorded a vlog last night on the same topic I'm gonna do this vlog on, but the thing is, it didn't really work out, so I just figured, yeah, I should probably redo it. I just wanted to talk to you guys about the idea of artificial intelligence and how we can make something that's alive and that doesn't have a physical form. So, what do I mean by alive? Well, if something is alive, then it has to be able to do two things. It has to be able to maintain the individual and maintain the species. And what is a species? Well, a species is a group of things that are able to pass on their traits to another generation. Alright? So, for something to be able to maintain the individual, it has to be able to detect faults within itself and repair them to an extent. It must be able to survive for a period of time, and it must be able to detect external threats and prevent them from occurring, or use them to its advantage. Examples of that can be found all over the place in nature. If you look at any life form, it will do these things. It will pass on its genetic code to protect the species. It will maintain itself by consuming food, by having an immune system, etc., etc. So when you take those two basic requirements as what a life form can be, it doesn't have to have a physical form, really. So instead of having a physical form, what you could have is you could be entirely information. We have information within us. It's our genetic code, our genetic makeup, our DNA in every single cell in our bodies. That is the information that is stored within us. That makes up who we are, what we are. We all know that from just all sorts of different areas of science. Now, if we create something made entirely out of information, a program, an operating system, something like that, it isn't alive yet. We can make it alive, hypothetically and theoretically. This type of life would not necessarily be intelligent, and I'm just going to cover the basics. So, first off, it has to be able to maintain itself. It has to be able to search through its own code for errors and anything malfunctioning, and it must be able to automatically repair itself without prompt from another being. So if I set up my computer, my operating system's program that does PC maintenance, if I set that up to automatically defragment the hard drive, fix broken shortcuts, do program maintenance all at once, automatically, periodically, and all the time doing scans for malware and viruses. All these sort of things can be compared to what the human body does. If we take that, we have something that is able to maintain the individual. My computer can be made to fulfill one of the two requirements of life. And maintain the species, that's a little more difficult because it would have to have access to the habitat. And the habitat in this case, because it is a digital life form, would be the internet. So I would have to be able to have a computer that can not only fix itself, but it would also be able to pass on its code to another location. It would be able to replicate its programming and fix whatever faults there might be to increase the chances of success for the future generation. So it would be able to copy itself. That, of course, a program that can copy itself is the loosest definition of a virus, a computer virus. A computer virus is a self-replicating program. That's it. It's as simple as that. If you have a program that can copy itself and send it somewhere else, that's a virus. So my system, my program, would be able to copy itself, put that code somewhere else, and possibly even an improved version of that code in order to further the progress of the species. This would be the most basic digital life form. It would not have any sort of intelligence. It would be running through basic algorithms of self-protection and species advancement. It would fulfill the same basic things that little bits of algae do. That's as simple as this thing would be. It would sit there and grow and fix itself, and that is it. And because it's just a program, we can give it orders. We can tell it to do things. If we order it to be malicious to its habitat and affect whatever system it's in, make it a parasite sort of deal, then that's what it would be. It would be an infinitely copying piece of malware that is able to defend itself. Pretty cool, right? That's a digital life form. It fulfills all the requirements, and it is a species since it has similar versions of itself close enough. This type of virus would be able to, it's close enough that you can label it as one thing, and that would be the species. So it's fulfilling all the requirements of life, and it doesn't have a physical form. It doesn't store itself in a given physical location. All it is an electromagnetic alignment within a storage bay, and that in itself is not physical. So if we take that, we can then go on to the discussion of intelligence. I think I'll leave that for another video.